You ever have one of those nights where your brain just decides to be financially ambitious? Because today, while staring at the ceiling of my New York apartment, I started thinking, what if I actually won the lottery? Like not a few bucks, I mean the whole thing, millions. To never have to climb a tree again kind of money. And before I could stop myself, my sleepy sloth brain started planning every ridiculous detail of what I'd do with it. First, I'd buy time, not metaphorically literally. I'd hire a team of scientists to figure out how to slow down time so everyone finally moves at my speed. You humans rush everywhere, coffee here, subway there. But imagine New York running at sloth pace. Every taxi creeping, every pedestrian strolling, every office meeting taking 3 days. Chaos for everyone else, paradise for me. That's step one of the big sloth plan. Turn the world into slow motion so I finally feel normal. Then I'd build a luxury hammock penthouse overlooking Central Park. Not just any hammock. This one would be custom engineered by NASA. Self-heating in winter, self-cooling in summer, with a built-in snack dispenser that drops mango slices directly into my mouth. And instead of a doorman, I have a talking parrot named Reginald who greets guests with dramatic compliments like, you've entered the lair of elegance, because if you're going to be a rich sloth, you might as well be theatrically rich. Next, I'd buy a subway car, not to ride it, but to turn it into a mobile nap lounge. Imagine one car, the 6 train filled with hammocks, soft music, and lavender mist. No rush hour. Just hush hour. People would step in stressed and step out drooling with peace. I'd call it slothly therapy. I'd charge nothing for it, just ask that people stop honking in my neighborhood. That's fair trade, right? But money changes people, or in my case, animals. I can already picture it. The tabloids calling me the lazy billionaire of Manhattan, reporters. Asking how I made my fortune, and I'd say I just scratched the right ticket. Then they'd ask about my business empire. And I have to admit it's mostly Naps fruit imports and a line of designer bathrobes called Slow Couture. The logo would be me yawning elegantly. I'd sell out instantly. Then, because power always goes to the fur, I'd start a movement. The United Sloth Nations, our mission? To protect the right to move at one's own pace. Mandatory hammock breaks for all species. Ban deadlines. And a new global calendar where every week has at least 3 Sundays. The economy would collapse, but happiness would skyrocket. That's a win in my book. Of course, I'd still give back. I'd build an animal sanctuary where stressed humans could come learn the art of doing nothing. Classes like advanced stillness, mindful chewing, and staring into the distance 101. By the end, they'd leave slower, calmer, maybe even slightly freer from the wisdom they absorbed. My TED Talk would be called Why Hustle is Overrated. Standing ovation guaranteed, though I'd probably nap through it. Now, some might say money can't buy happiness, but I think it can buy convenient happiness. Like finally being able to afford someone who changes the batteries in my remote so I never have to get up, or a robot that scratches my back at exactly the right spot. Or a personal assistant who reminds me to breathe between bites of lettuce. These aren't luxuries, they're necessities for maintaining a balanced, slothful lifestyle. Eventually, I'd have to deal with other rich animals wanting advice. The owl would ask about investments. The raccoon would want a heist partnership. A squirrel would want to store his assets in my tree. But I'd tell them all the same thing. The secret isn't where you keep your money, it's how slowly you spend it. And then, somewhere between planning my floating hammock island and designing my sloth-shaped yacht, I'd realize something strange. I don't actually need to win the lottery to feel like I did. My life already moves in slow motion. I already nap like royalty. My meals are 5-star. Even if they're just leaves. Maybe being rich isn't about money, it's about never rushing through what makes you happy. And with that thought, I might finally drift off to sleep, unless, of course, my brain decides to plan my Nobel Prize speech next.